Yeah.
Probably none of it's accurate. By today's standards, it's
We'll
all
see.
outmoded.
Okay.
I'll expand on it,
Anytime.
like the plot of the film.
I was excited about meeting you. When's the last time you got excited about meeting somebody? Was there anybody that you, when you were coming up, that you got all wound up about?
I was thinking the other day about people I didn't meet that I'd like to have met, and one person was Nat King Cole. And I was at a party he was attending years ago when I was on Rawhide, and there was a big party up in Nevada, and he was in the room, and I was going to go over and say hello, and I didn't do it, and I thought, and I regret it. Of course, he passed away, but I always thought, why didn't I go over and just stick out my hand?
Was something like a John Wayne a big deal, or not really?
Yeah, I met John Wayne. Actually, he came to a tennis tournament that I put on in Pebble Beach, and his wife was a big
But you were a star by that point.
Yeah, I had been playing in films. No, I didn't meet him when I was unknown. At that, I didn't have that pleasure. I'd never met most of those guys. Gary Cooper, I think when I was doing Rawhide, some people like that.
I was reading in this Arthur Knight interview and others, and I never really understood it. They said, you know, you were from the Mount Rushmore School of Acting. Well, to me, Mount Rushmore is George Washington and some of those, and you're in pretty good company.
Good guys up there, yeah.
When did you learn less?
I think just going to acting schools over the years, and then just sort of observation. You watch people act, and then you kind of different drama coaches. Sometimes I used to know a drama coach who said, "Don't just do something; stand there." In other words, there was sort of just a parody on the old saying, and they would do. It wasn't always necessary what you were doing gymnastically. It was what you're doing inside and what you're thinking inside.
And that's harder, really, isn't it?
And if you're projecting the right thoughts, then people will reach forward to you. And if you're not, then they're not going to be listening anyway. They're going to dial out. Steve
McQueen used to say about don't make anything too long that you have to say.
Well, that's true. That's an editing judgment. If you got material that's long, expository, it's something the audience already knows, then you're going to bore them to death anyway. That's a selection process. But you, as the performer, has to deliver a lot of times a lot of stuff that you really don't think is very well constructed. And if that's the case, you have to deliver it. That's a great exercise too. Television teaches you that. And McQueen ought to have known. He was on the Wanted Dead or Alive, and he had to do it all.